There are often times when it might feel like us coaches, PTs, or fitness professionals shag the living life out of protein. And there's good reason, because protein, honestly, is pretty banging. And it's what we consider the holy grail out of the macronutrients. Now, I'm not saying that all of the macronutrients are irrelevant in comparison to protein, but protein is pretty much, daddy. So here's why. Now, protein acts as a catalyst for muscle growth. So it contributes towards it, basically helps you get stronger, helps you recover, helps muscle grow, and is pretty much the saving grace of hypertrophy or toning up. So if your goal is to tone up, it most likely is in your best idea to get a decent amount of protein in. Now, secondly, protein is also very satiating, and that's just a very posh way of saying it fills you up more. In the satiety index, which is basically just a list of foods where they actually rate their satiety value, there's a whole range of foods which are mainly protein based. For example, if you got one guy that ate 100 grams worth of chips and another guy that ate 50 grams of chips and 50 grams of chicken, the guy with 50 grams of chicken and 50 grams of chips would probably be more full up for longer than the guy that just ate the 100 grams of chips, even though the food volume was exactly the same. Finally, there's something known as your thermic effect of food, which is basically the amount of calories that you burn off simply by eating food. Every food has a certain thermic effect, and protein actually has the highest. Studies suggest that around 10 to 20% of the overall calories within the protein source itself are used just to eat the stuff. So if you've got two people that ate the same amount of calories and were in the exact same amount of calorie deficit, the person that ate more protein would lose fat at a quicker rate than the person that didn't, because they're actually burning more calories because they're eating more protein. So basically, protein is, as I said, the holy grail of fat loss. If you are noticing slow progress or no progress at all, then firstly, make sure that you are actually in a calorie deficit, because no fat loss will occur if you're not in a calorie deficit. And if you are, fantastic. But secondly, look at the amount of protein that you're intaking. If you've never tracked protein before, initially try and hit 1 gram per kilogram of body weight per day. And then once you get consistent with that, gradually update it to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight a day. And keep doing that until you're within that mythical 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight a day. And trust me, not only will you find fat loss a hell of a lot easier, considering you'll be a little bit more satiated, but you'll also notice that it probably happens at a quicker rate as well, because protein has a decent thermic effect. Additionally, you'll notice that you'll probably get stronger and build more muscle on it too, because as we said at the start, protein is the biggest contributor towards muscle growth. So overall, we shag the shit out of protein because it is so beneficial. So start focusing on it a little bit more, and I promise you, you'll start reaping the rewards. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a like. Comment below if you've got any questions, because I'd be more than happy to answer. And if you want to catch the next one, make sure that you're either following me or subscribed to me. Peace.